Good morning. I made myself breakfast. Let me taste. I've actually never had this before. It tastes like baby porridge, but baby porridge in a grown-up way, not like the disgusting version. Just like baby porridge, but nice. Okay, it's a Sunday. It's a beautiful Sunday here in sunny South Africa, and today I will be doing my Sunday reset routine with you as I prepare for the new month. In the past, beginning of the year, like everyone, I would have New Year's resolutions, and I found that led towards, having goals in January, checking them in like maybe June, and then before you know it, the year's over and you've achieved 2 out of 10 things on that list, right? So that was just obviously horrific, and honestly it was a system that did not work for me. So I thought that perhaps I should relook at how I set my goals. Instead of setting goals for the year, which I do still do, I set annual goals, and then from that annual goal list, let's say there's about 10, I'll then break it down to just having 5 for the first half of the year, and then the other 5 for the rest of the other half of the year. Beginning of every month, I like to relook at my goals for the year, and then as well as set goals for that particular month. I will start off by looking at, let's see where I am. If you do see me looking to the side, it's because I've got my MacBook with me over here. I've made a couple of notes because I want to make sure obviously that I'm covering as much as I can in this video, just to make sure that I'm delivering value for you. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna first review the month of May. I actually wrote it in my daily planner. It's quite thin. The reason why I do that is because I don't like having the same notebook for the whole year. That means like it's got germs from January. I like the feeling of a fresh notebook. I've had this particular one, I'll tell you now, since April. So April and May, and there's a little bit of it left. Will it cover me? It won't cover me till end of June, that's for sure. But probably for the first week or 2 of June, I'll be using the same, and then I'll probably switch out into a new one. I just love that feeling of, starting afresh, and I feel like we should experience that feeling far more frequently than just once a year on the 1st of January on a new year. No, we should be experiencing the feeling of newness regularly, the feeling of a new day, the feeling of a new week, the feeling of a new month. I feel like those are small moments where we can reset, and Sunday for me is a great way to do that. So let's look at my April goals. I'm gonna share them with you. Don't judge me, okay? Don't judge me. Let's see. Here, I have to hide some personal private stuff. So these were my goals for the month of April. These were my goals, and I'll just go through them with you. For the month of April, when it came to wellness, spirituality, emotional and mental, I wanted to meditate every day. The reason why I wanted to meditate every day is because the month before April was quite overwhelming, and actually March and April were overwhelming. But I noticed that on days where I was meditating, I was doing better. On those days, I was more in control of my days, more in control of my mood, and my days just went better. And on days where I did not meditate, I could tell those days felt differently. So that is something that I wanted to incorporate into my morning routine, something that I wanted to incorporate into my daily life. I also wanted to pick up reading more because I have the goal of reading 8 books this year. I knew that I could not achieve that goal if I did not set an actionable goal that would lead to me achieving that goal. I don't know if that makes sense. So by reading every day, even if it's just like for 30 minutes, I knew that I would eventually finish a book faster, instead of starting a book one day and then 2 months later realizing you actually didn't get to that book, or you didn't really finish that book and you forgot what chapter you were even on. So I wanted to incorporate that into my everyday life as well. I also wanted to move daily, 30 minutes to an hour exercise, and here I've put next to that goal minimum 10 days. Let me just show you so that you understand what I mean by that. So So with every goal, I will plan to do it every day, but I am realistic enough to know that it might not be every day. So I'll set a target for myself and say minimum 10 days this month, which if you think about it means 3 times a week. 3 times a week is better than 0 times a week. So for me, that is progress. So out of these wellness goals that I have 3 set out, the only one I achieved was meditating daily. But it helped because it helped me achieve the other ones. One of my goals was to reach a certain number in business. It is a ridiculous number that I had never ever achieved before, but I thought, you know what? Law of attraction, I'm just gonna put it out into the universe. If it happens, it happens, right? So I put a crazy number and I got pretty close. Which is ridiculous because never had I ever, and this just showed me. I remember I heard something the other day and it was so powerful. It says that it takes the same amount of effort to make 1 rand as it does. Okay, no, not 1 rand. It's a bad example. It takes as much effort to make 1,000 rands as it does to make 100,000 rands. And that's true. It really does. It takes the same amount of effort because you have to go through the same thinking process. It's just a matter of multiplying something, and we know mathematics, we know how numbers work. So anyway, I set myself that goal. I didn't quite achieve it, but like I said, I came really close. And because I still did a crazy number that I've never done before, I'm going to give myself this one as a tick, okay? Because, yeah, it was a good month. May was a good month. How many goals did I achieve? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 goals. Okay, so 6 out of 10. That puts me at 60% of my goals for the month were achieved. Before I set goals for the month of June, I'm just going to take you with me into my home office just so you can see the whiteboard that I speak of. Alright, I'm done planning for the month of June. I'm just going to share with you as to what is on my list based on what I learned about last month. I didn't do it in the same notebook only because this one has a few pages left, and I did say I like starting a new month with a new book. So going into the month of June, under wellness, spirituality, mental and emotional wellness, I want to meditate daily. And I know I said that previously, but remember I said that the target then was only 10 times a month, which meant that it didn't have to be every day. I'm now searching that up. I noticed from the whiteboard that when it's 10 times a month and it's whatever day, I don't stick to it. So for the month of May, I meditated 8 times and the goal was 10 times. So now I'm upping that up. For the month of June, I want to meditate 20 times. And what that means is that meditating Monday to Friday, which I think is an achievable goal. I want to have a more solidified morning routine just so that I can get those daily habits in place and that it's easier to achieve. Goal number 2, I want to start walking every morning. Walking for 30 minutes, 20 times this month. Again, Monday to Friday as part of my morning routine, to wake up, meditate, go for a walk, to start my day. Goal number 3, I want to read daily. I did say that I used to previously binge my reading sessions, but now I want to make it a daily habit. So I've put a goal to read for 30 minutes every single morning. So that will then essentially become my morning routine. I wake up, I meditate, I go for a morning walk, I come back, I read, and then I obviously shower and get started with my day. Another thing that I need to add that I did not add here is to wake up at a set time every day. I hate alarm clocks, and because I work for myself, I always make sure that I set out my meetings for the afternoon, but I noticed that's a bad habit. Sometimes I sleep in a little bit too late, but also it's because I work very late. I'll work until like 2 o'clock in the morning. So sometimes if I wake up at 9, I think it's okay. But I really want to change because now going into winter, the days are honestly shorter. and there's nothing more frustrating than feeling like your day is ending and you're not done with the day. And you know, working in the night is harder now because it gets very, very cold. So I want to wake up the same time every morning. Just putting that here. Time every morning. I think I'm gonna set my alarm to go off at 8 o'clock every morning. I think that is realistic and it's doable. Under personal brand growth and development, I've put on to post every day, which I think is doable on Instagram, whether it's cross-sharing content of, you know, a more recent YouTube video that's up, or me sharing from a meeting, or me sharing something motivational. I have every day to decide as to what works, and I'll do some sort of, you know, content plan around that, just so that it is organized and it makes sense. Goal number 6, I'm more open to working with brands now than before, but also I want to make sure that I'm not overwhelming myself, so that I'm not exhausted, because obviously I do run a digital marketing agency, I do other things as well, so I want to have a good balance of the things that I do. So when it comes to, you know, working with brands, I think 1 a week is sufficient without myself feeling like I'm getting overwhelmed. So I'm not going to say yes to everything, but I am going to be a little bit more open. So under my business, the digital marketing agency, I've just added a 10% increase on my sales target for the month of June, which I think is definitely doable, and in fact it's not overwhelming, or it does not lead to anxiety. I think a 10% growth is really great. So that is the goal for the month of June. If you don't follow me on Instagram, now would be a great time to do so. You will see more of things unfold over there. Don't be afraid to say hi, jump into my DMs, tell me you came from YouTube, and we can be friends over there. That's it from me today. I hope that you did find this video valuable. The sun's going down, so I'm a little bit worried about lighting, so I'm just gonna end off this video here. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. I hope that you did find this video valuable and you did pick up 1 or 2 things that you could then implement into your life as to how to go about not only resetting on a Sunday to begin a new week, but also how to set goals for a new month. Until next time, bye.